Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to be here as always. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of August. I hope everyone's having a good day. Exciting, eh? If you haven't already heard, there is a new pop-up. Onews 9 is live in your ecosystem. Log in and have a look. It is really good. It's basically Ash is talking about the survey a little bit, how it far exceeded his most optimistic projections as far as people who actually did it, the engagement, which was absolutely fantastic. And he said we couldn't be more impressed or grateful by our participation in that. And lastly, what he wanted to bring to the table is that there is going to be the first global address, live update number 1, and that is coming to us live on various YouTube channels. Obviously, the link will take you to one of them, and that is on Thursday, August the 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So 1 p.m. Eastern is exactly this time now. Okay, so Thursday's live will be 1 hour earlier, guys, because of the corporate webinar. Okay, so we instead of doing it at 1 p.m. it'll be at midday Eastern, which will get us ready for the corporate webinar that's coming on Thursday. As far as the panelists is concerned, we don't know. That's something that our CEO will let us all know who's on that. And as far as the links for the YouTube channels is concerned, again, we don't know who's on there. But what we do know is there's going to be a bit of a test run, I think, later on today that Julie Wen's going to do. So if you do see something popping up on one of those channels, guess what? It will be streamed on that channel. Obviously, the link will go in a rotator to the channels. It's up to you where you watch it, by the way. Whatever channel you're on, though, please make sure you like and subscribe to that channel to help build the subscription on it. Talking of that, thank you. Yesterday, guys, at least 20 plus of you subscribed to this channel to get me off the 666. Which is fantastic. Obviously, I'm pushing to get to 60,000 subscribers. That's my goal in the very near future that I'd like to get to. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do so. Make sure you click that bell as well, and then you will be updated on any new videos that I upload, whether it's lives, whether it's recordings of other people. If it is recordings of other people, I normally put a backlink to their channel, and please go along to that channel as well to subscribe to them. It all helps at the end of the day. Costs nothing to subscribe to a YouTube channel, but it certainly helps that YouTuber immensely when you do that. So if you can do that, that'll be great. So yeah, the pop-up, very excited. I did say, didn't I, that I was expecting a corporate webinar this week. Didn't think it was going to be as soon as Thursday, but obviously Ash Mufareh managed to sort out the things that he needed to coordinate so that he could do the webinar on Thursday. So that's excellent. Can't wait for that. I'm very, very excited. Why? Well, we haven't had one for a while for a start, but I'm more excited because I think we're going to get good feedback about how the survey went. I think we're also going to find out a little bit more about this product in its entirety from our CEO. So not only we get some analytical data of the survey itself, but I think he'll probably also talk about that survey and the product itself, of how it's going to be useful to other people. Vivine Benny, thank you so much, my darling, for your super sticker. That's very, very kind. You don't have to do it. And as you know, the last super sticker that Vivine sent me, I gave it to Chris, and it bought not only a goat, but a goat with a kid. So that was pretty cool. We got 2 for 1 on that one. And we'll do something nice with this as well, Vivine. That's very, very kind of you. Don't have to, by the way, but greatly, greatly received. It really means an awful lot to me. Me and Vivine were having a bit of a to and a throw about the super sticker, so that was quite amusing. But thank you so much, darling, for it again. That's very kind of you. Yeah, so the corporate webinar, I am excited. I think this is going to be the start of things coming. Why? For a start, he's numbered it number 1 in the pop-up. He's called it, what did he call it again? He called it the Global Address Live Update number 1. A bit like the Onews, keep them in succession, keep them numbered so that they can be easily referenced later on down the line, can't they? We can refer back to them. It's very easy then to find them. And that's exactly why I think he's going down this route. So I am expecting to have a bit more interaction with our CEO as far as live corporate webinars, or what he's calling new ones, global addresses, in the near future. I firmly believe that we are starting to progress forwards. I think now that we're going to start seeing a bit more of that light at the end of the tunnel that he was talking about. We have certainly now shaken off those shackles that were holding us back in all sorts of ways, whether these were roadblocks, whether these were the vehicle disintegrating, whether it was sabotage, whether it was all sorts of things, people not aligned with us, etc. I think that now has been resolved completely, and I firmly believe now that we can look forward now to that light at the end of the tunnel, not only with great expectation. Uncle Daz as well, thank you for your super sticker. Let me put you up in the lights. There you go. Thank you for your super sticker, my friend. That's very kind of you. Again, you don't have to, but greatly received. I think now that we've sorted that part out, I think now that we can certainly look forward to the light at the end of the tunnel with confidence, with enthusiasm, with a real spring in our step now. There's an awful lot to be said, and I really mean this so sincerely. And especially for people like myself who have been here for an awful long time, almost from the start, as you know, September 2018, who have kept the faith, who have believed in what is trying to be done here. I really feel now that we can really start holding our heads up high with confidence that the best is going to be really round the corner very shortly. It's going to boost an awful lot of people. I'm not talking just from a financial point of view that obviously many of us desire. I'd be lying if the Redfern household doesn't need a boost, the same as everyone else's household. You know, it will come in extremely handy in all sorts of areas. And I'd be lying if that wasn't one of the reasons that I looked at the business, but because of the monetary side of it. Obviously, it is evolved into a much different vehicle, a much different movement to that first inauguration of what we were shown. But one thing's for sure is that I know that the resilience we've all shown, that's all of us, we've all had our fair share, haven't we, of kickbacks, ridicule, whispers, people talking, literally people saying we're stupid, we're in cults, we don't know what we're doing, we're brainwashed, blah, blah, blahs, all the rest of it. Who is that? Another super sticker. Iqbal Patel from India, thank you so much. You'll put you up in lights for your super sticker. Very kind of you. Now is our time, because we've taken all that, we've stayed the course, we are here, we're still pushing forward, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. Our CEO's got our backs. He's going to bring us a brand new vehicle with a new platform that's going to do really, really well for us all. And we can hold our heads up high saying, yep, I've got through it. I've managed to stay here all the way through without getting sidetracked, without getting tempted, I suppose, which is a really good word, because I've had my fair share of other opportunities pass my desk, and I've always responded the same. I am 100% behind Onpassive and our CEO, Mufareh. So for me, it's a real feather in my cap, and one that I am extremely proud to wear. I almost feel like getting a badge, the saying, I saw it through, I didn't waver, you know. So I'm looking forward to that day when everything has been realized, that we were right in our thought process, that that gut feeling we all had was exactly what we thought it would be. And I am convinced that we are going to be very, very happy with the outcome. This is why it's important to make time to watch our CEO live on Thursday if you can. I think it's really important to get it literally live from the horse's mouth. Obviously, Friday, I'll do a bit of a breakdown and a recap of it all, to maybe, if needed, to fill in a few bits of the blanks for you. I certainly believe that we've got a bit more of a momentum now. I'm sure that we're going to get more updates from our CEO about what is happening and how we're moving forward, and that is something I'm going to be very excited about. So don't reach out to any of us and say who is going be on there. Sean Cyrus, he's another September. There you go, mate. 2018 with myself. He's still here. He's he messages me often. Sean does. You know, and he's always kept the faith with what this project is trying to achieve, and that is exactly what it is. It is a project that is going to revolutionize a lot of things that happen on the internet. It's certainly going to be very disruptive, and for us that's amazing. For us it's exciting, but for a lot of others it's not. That's fantastic news. Sean, thanks for letting me know. Another brother of ours, Free Benjamin, again, who's been extremely dedicated from those early days. He was having some pretty bad health problems, but Sean's just put there in the chat that he's doing much better. Please send him my regards, Sean, if you would do, my friend. Okay, I was going to talk a little bit today as well about the importance of being mobile friendly in business. So we're going to crack on with that, and we'll go into sharing. Share mode, here we go, and we're going to share that one. And the reason that I picked this subject was because I was again researching tips to be successful in business online, and one of the subjects that was coming up was making sure that you are mobile friendly. And I wanted to make sure that we understood what is meant by mobile friendly and the impact that has on any business online, but particularly our business. Now, I don't know if I've ever told you this story before, but back in 2018, when we started on, or when I started Onpassive, I didn't have a computer, I didn't have a laptop or anything like that. And I literally built my business for 2 years in Onpassive just from my mobile phone. There was nothing else. I didn't have anything else. I couldn't afford anything else. And I did it all on a mobile phone. Now, there's two reasons for saying this. One is that the majority of people now have mobile phones. So there is no excuse for anybody to say, I can't do it because I haven't got the right hardware, I haven't got a laptop, I haven't got this, and I haven't got that. If they're using that as an excuse, they actually don't want it hard enough. They don't want it big enough, do they? Because they're making excuses of something they can work around. Now, the only thing that you can't do on a mobile phone, really and literally, is there's some features with YouTube that you can't access on your mobile phone. What did I do then? I went to the library and logged into the library computers. So there's always a way around it. The other reason I wanted to bring it up is, and to say about me doing it, is that even from those early days back in 2018, the company was mobile friendly back then. Nearly 8 years ago, it was all up to date and all mobile friendly. It is so important now that anything that you do online is mobile friendly. Why? Because we thrive in today's digital landscape, and that is mobile phones. It ensures a positive user experience which directly impacts engagement, search engine rankings, and ultimately conversion rates. At the end of the day, that's what we're after, isn't it? That conversion rate from somebody looking at you or your product or your website on their mobile phone. They can see the whole page. You don't have to pinch it in or out. It fits it properly. This is what all mobile friendly web pages look like. They adjust automatically to the screen size of that person's device so that they don't have to pinch it in or out or scroll up and down to read it. If you've got all that and it works efficiently, okay, it will certainly help your conversion rate. And that means sales. That's the business we're in, right? I cannot say it any simpler than that. When we are in a position where we are resellers, okay, affiliates of the next phase, whatever it may be, our way that we are going to make money, or certainly one of the ways we are going to make our money, is by reselling those products and services that we have purchased, that we own, for a commissionable rate. I'm sure, and I don't know this, there's going to be all sorts of other ways and means to make money with the next phase as well. Okay, but that is primarily the way that we're going to do it. So anything that you do that has or is going to increase your conversion rate of people purchasing, it's got to be good for us. So with the majority of internet traffic originating from mobile devices, a non-mobile friendly site risks losing half of its potential audience. This is why it is so needed, okay, that you make sure that anything that you do online not only is mobile friendly, but it is also desktop friendly as well. So it enhances a user experience. How does it does it do all that? It improves navigation. Mobile friendly websites offer easy navigation, readable text without zooming, and quick loading times, making it simpler for users to find information and engage with content. Now, in the old days, going back 15, 20 years ago, when the internet was first starting, remember the old dial-up? Okay, the old screeching at you when it's going online and dialing up for your to get you online. Mobile friendly devices that then were very hard to config. Why? Because the coding for one page wasn't easy to recode to get the same effect as it was for a desktop, because of bandwidth, because you couldn't get so many photographs or images, etc. And what used to have to happen was, to make something mobile friendly, they used to have to get rid of a lot of the images and just use text. Obviously, nowadays, with the speed of 4G, 5G, 6G is even coming in some areas, having that problem doesn't exist. Why? Because load times and with satellite links, etc., have become a lot easier now to get online for. So all you have to think about now is to make sure that that website is clear on a mobile device. You don't have to pinch it to zoom or anything like that. It loads nice and quickly, and it's easy to scroll. How do you scroll on a mobile phone? This little baby here, okay, or your thumb, up and down. That's all you really need to do. If you've got that, then people will scroll, okay, and as they're scrolling, they will navigate your web page on their mobile device, okay. You then have to start thinking a little bit out of the box about how you're going to design your mobile web page. Why? Because people's browsing technique is completely different on a mobile phone to how they browse on a desktop or laptop. You know that yourself, okay? You know yourself, you browse differently. So why not develop and have something that is different on a mobile phone as far as a browsing experience is concerned? Why? Because it makes sense that you have pinpoint places that people can then click on with their thumb or their finger within the browsing areas to take them to the thing they want, if it's a purchase, etc. We'll get into that in a moment. It also reduces bounce rate. What is a bounce rate? A good mobile experience keeps users on your site longer, leading to lower bounce rates and increased engagement. A bounce rate is when someone basically clicks on and then clicks off. Bored. You literally have 2 seconds to engage with your audience. That's all you have on a mobile. 2 seconds. How many times are you? You're probably the same as me. I do it. I get into a reel, okay, and my thumb starts scrolling left or right, whichever way you do it, okay. And you've got literally 1 or 2 seconds before you look at it for a brief minute and then you scroll past. You look at it for a brief minute and you look past, okay. You do that automatically yourself without even knowing you're doing it. But then when something catches your eye, what do? You stay on it, okay. You see how it goes. You get a bit more engagement. That lasts for 5 to 7 seconds. And then you can go a little bit deeper than that after that. Who have we got there? We have got another super sticker. That's very, very kind of you. That's from Vengiana. Okay, that'll come up in a minute once I've stopped sharing the screen, my friend. So really is important that you think about these things, okay, as you are designing not only your funnel, web page, could be anything, but when you are looking at the mobile version of it, you are thinking all the time of you as a user. It also it helps to increase conversations. When users have a positive experience, they're more likely to explore further, make a purchase, or complete other desired actions, boosting conversion rates. That means you've got them and you're engaged with it. It might not be on this part what we're reading here, but I did want to point out that when you are designing the mobile friendly part of your website or thinking about it, you need to put in call to action buttons. Okay, so buy here, purchase here, whatever it may be, in strategic places as they're scrolling the page. So it's not all at the bottom. You put them hyperlinked, okay, purchase here, buy here, anything like that as they are scrolling down the page. Why? Because they don't want to have to either scroll all the way to the top again or all the way back down to the bottom again just to make a purchase. That's not how mobile users react to stuff that they are looking at. They want it fast. They want it easy. Okay. Again, you have to make sure that it is not saturated. It's very easy to understand and they can get to where they want to go to very, very easily. And again, we'll probably cover this later on at some other point. So it also helps to boost the SEO. Okay, what is that? That's your search engine optimization. If you remember, what is that? That's basically your Google ranking, okay, of how high up your Google rankings you're going to go. Google prioritizes mobile versions of websites in search results, meaning a mobile-friendly site is more likely to get a higher ranking. Now tell me, right? How many of you knew that? How many of you knew that Google ranked mobile friendly sites higher than non-mobile friendly sites? I didn't until I researched it, but it's certainly something to take on board. Why? Because it increases your chance of that SEO. Mobile friendly ranking signal. Both Google and Bing consider mobile friendliness as a ranking factor in their search algorithms. So not only are they going to rank you higher because it's mobile friendly, when keywords are put into their search engine about, we'll say, if someone puts in AI products and services, for instance, if you are there and you're mobile friendly, then Google is more inclined to send that user to your website than other people's, because you come into all the right criteria as far as that SEO is concerned. Improved visibility. Optimizing the mobile can lead to increased visibility in search results, driving more traffic to your website. This is one of these chicken and egg scenarios as far as your website is concerned and your mobile friendly website is concerned. The more clicks, the more views it gets, the higher up the ranking it gets, the more exposure it gets, the more clicks, the more views it gets, because you're higher up the ranking. See where I'm going with this? This is where you really need to understand how SEO works to gain that experience to give your site a lot higher ranking. There's lots of other ways to get it up there, and we've been over them before, and I'm sure we will revisit them again in the future when we know more about what the next phase is going to be. So it is important to make sure that you take this on board to understand how it's all going to work, and this is certainly going to be an advantage to you guys as far as exposure is concerned. Exposure transfers to sales. Okay, the more exposure your site has got, the more chance you have of making more sales. This is why some people do better than others. And it's not because they've got a different product. It's not because their website's any better. It's just that they've got more exposure. The algorithms within their websites are more in tune and inclined to be picked up by Google and other search engines, okay, towards that. Okay. Vivien's just said there as well, keywords as well is important for your SEO. Yes, it is. Now, keywords used to be the daddy as far as getting your ranking up there. Okay. In fact, I used to code in keywords into the back office coding of websites so that it got picked up before it actually went over there. They used to have things called spiders that spidered a web page and picked up the keywords of what people are looking for. It goes way past that now. Yes, they're important, but now the algorithms are to do with the actual text within the web page almost more than the keywords are concerned, because AI has just come on so much further. And remember, that was something we were talking about with our CEO, if you remember, that how AI has advanced so much now that I certainly believe it's going to be an integral part of this next phase as far as the websites are concerned, mobile friendly, and also number one important part of it all for getting targeted traffic. Improved communication engagement, seamless communication, mobile friendly communication channels, email, social media, and websites, and allowing businesses to connect with customers on their preferred devices. You can do all this now through hyperlinks directly off your mobile. Why is that a good thing? We were talking about this the other day about, for me, that customer engagement, having a loyal customer is a repeat customer. That engagement now means more than anywhere else because it's easier to retain a customer than going to get a new one. We've talked about this. This is why utilizing WhatsApp, utilizing email, social media, other bits and pieces to engage with your customers is really, really important. You can use a bot to start with. We talked about that. Get AI to do the sifting, okay, to funnel. And if they need to speak face to face, then that's when you come into your own and you can start building a relationship with your customers. Enhanced engagement. Features like push notifications and instant messaging can be leveraged for timely and relevant communication. I'm not going to go into that because this is a whole nother ball game to get your head around. Okay, how to utilize these push notifications and instant messaging. Once you've got those details of somebody, how we're going to set it up, how it's going to run. Okay, so we'll leave that one, but we'll come back round to later on. Also, better customer experiences. Of course, this makes all the difference. A mobile-friendly approach contributes to a more positive and satisfying customer experience. Why? They understand it, it's easier to navigate, they can get to where they want to very easily without any stress, without having to jump through hoops. They see something, they like it, they want to buy it. You take them through the process, bum, 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 nice and easy. Make sure you've got stuff like Google Pay on there as well, so they can do it all off their mobile phone directly without any hassle. If you can get all that sorted and all that done, then it's going to go towards a much better customer experience for them, i.e. better sales, better feedback. And again, all of this adds to a much better website for you. So in essence, a mobile friendly website is not just an option anymore. It's a necessary for businesses to remain competitive, engage with their target audience, and achieve their online goals. So when we are in the process of maybe building a website or going down this route of all of this, maybe with funnels or whatever it may be, it is certainly something to add into the complexities of what you've got to think about to give yourself the best chance of making more sales. It works. Okay. If you've had anything to do with sales online and how you have to take people from the initial looking to the sales part, you'll understand exactly what I'm trying to talk to you about now. Okay, there is a methodical system of a bit like pass the parcel, okay, of one to the other, to the other, to the other, to the destination of making the sale. And then you've got the aftercare, you've got the follow-ups and all the rest of it. Okay, all of these things, okay, we will walk you through. I might know it might sound a bit of a minefield tonight for those that don't understand it, but all I'm doing right now is giving you things to think about. Okay, so have ideas of what you want to do, but also remember, I need to make it mobile friendly as well. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. See you tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday, corporate webinar day. Okay, not corporate webinar, global address, sorry, on Thursday. I'll be doing my live an hour earlier. Okay, certainly really is going to be exciting. Can't wait for it. Not only to see our CEO, but also for him to update us on what's happening, where we're at, the survey, and lots of other things, I'm sure, as well. That's it from me. Thank you once again for those that sent super stickers. It's really, really kind of you. And for everybody else, I've really enjoyed my day here with you. And come back tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye for now.